Bonjour à toutes et à tous, bienvenue dans cette émission spéciale sur notre antenne. Je suis Armine Hareyan et nous avons le plaisir aujourd'hui d'accueillir Grigor Hovhannisyan, qui est le président de Bana Angels, le premier et le plus actif réseau de business angels en Arménie. Grigor est un entrepreneur en série spécialisé dans les systèmes de sécurité ainsi que dans l'investissement dans le secteur de la technologie et de l'électronique. Il est également le fondateur de Premier Integrated Technologies, une entreprise collaborant avec le département de la sécurité intérieure des États-Unis. Actif dans le secteur de technologie depuis 2013, il est notamment un des membres fondateurs de Idram, aujourd'hui le plus grand start-up de FinTech du pays. Grigor est actuellement à Bruxelles et nous ne pouvions pas rater cette occasion d'échanger avec lui sur l'écosystème arménien de l'innovation et de découvrir les nouvelles tendances dans le secteur. Notre invité ne parlant pas en français, l'entretien se déroulera en anglais, mais il sera évidemment sous-titré en français. Thank you, Grigor John, for accepting our invitation and finding time in your heavy agenda and be our guest today. Welcome to Brussels.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
So to begin, could you please tell us about your background and how you became involved in the tech ecosystem in Armenia?
With Armenia, I've been involved in tech ecosystem since 2003. I made my first investment as an investor and joined the founding team of Idram payment system, which was very new back then. We didn't even know what the word startup. So it gave us, now Idram is the largest electronic payment system in Armenia. But most importantly, it gave us a great experience of what to do, what not to do, and how you should grow a startup company. So that was my first experience. After that, I was involved in a company I started in US, Premier Integrated Technologies, that does security and communication systems.
For the US Department?
Yes, for Homeland Security. In New York and New Jersey, my company is primarily provider of the systems for them. But about 9 years ago, I moved back to Armenia because entrepreneurship is more dear to me. So started working in the startup scene that was growing really rapidly in Armenia. And one of the things that was missing that's very important for any startup ecosystem is angel investments.
Yeah.
To give chances to new entrepreneurs to try new things. So we started Bana Angels, which was the first angel investor network. And now it's over 30 companies have received investments from us. Some of them are very, very successful. They are valued at hundreds of millions. And it's not a business anymore. It's not work anymore. It's just what we do every day.
Let's talk about Bana Angels. What is Bana Angels? Please tell us in the normal word. Translate us, the people who doesn't understand the tech system, etc. And what does your network, what role your network does play in the supporting Armenian startups?
So angel investors are generally the first investors. They take high risk. They invest very early in startups. And they do it through angel networks. So if you want to invest in a startup, you most likely, unless you're very connected in that scene, you're not going to have a easy time finding good deals. Or it's not only you have to find deals, but the founders also should want to take your money. So that's important too. Just because you have money, it doesn't mean that you can make good investments. So angel networks organize everything. So we work with entrepreneurs. we find the deals and we offer them to our investors, and they communicate with each other through the network. Also, it's a community. So, for example, in our network, there's over 50 members, and they all come from different backgrounds, from traditional businesses, from tech, and so when a startup comes or a founder comes for funding, you have like 50 different opinions about it, and then collectively decide whether it's a good investment or not. So it's you're able to make better decisions when you're in a network. Also, when startup needs help, you have more than, like in our case, 50 people that can help you with different things, whether it's an introduction, whether it's a business opportunity. So this is what angel networks do. And Bana is Business Angel Network of Armenia. That's and in any country and in more like advanced Western countries, let's say there's even most major cities have their own networks, have multiple networks. And at the end, financially, angel investors, when they do it right, they make the biggest returns on the investment.
Should you be in this sphere to make an investment? Let's say some people have some money and they want to invest in tech system, but they understand nothing about that. Can they invest?
Yeah, that's the important part of the network, that you don't have to understand everything about it. And it doesn't take a lot of money. You can decide that you're going to invest like 10,000 euros a year. We will help you like build a strategy. Generally, there are rules, and our team like make sure the investors follow those rules. So, for example, we decided together that you can invest 10 or 20,000 every year, and you should have at least 10 investments over time. Let's say in 5 years, you should build a portfolio of 10 investments. So we're splitting. You can invest only 5 or 10,000 in each deal. If you get very excited and say, I want to invest like 50 in this, we won't let you.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That's good that you think also about the investors.
It's a numbers game.
Okay.
You have to do it right. There is statistics, there is strategy. It doesn't guarantee success, but it increases your chances of success.
Okay. And how do you choose what startups to invest it in?
Generally, in early stages, most important part of a startup is the founders, because we say like product is going to change. Almost definitely, your product is going to pivot and change over time, and there needs to be a good, strong, and agile founder behind it to be able to adapt to changes all the time. So we look at founders, how good they are as people, how strong they are as entrepreneurs, how flexible they are, how open they are, and how knowledgeable they are in the field that they are trying to build a company.
Okay. Grigor, how has the culture of angel investment recently developed in Armenia?
So in, let's say, up until 2017, it was non-existent. And today there is 3 different angel networks, angel groups in Armenia: Bana Angels, AICA, and STAN. And probably together more than 60 investments have been done. Our network alone has already invested over $5 million into Armenian founders. And numbers also grew. When in the beginning it was hard to even raise 50,000, but today we have deals that we have invested $500,000 into.
Okay. And do you see more international collaboration, more foreign investment?
Yes, and that's actually kind of proof that we don't do it only because they are Armenian founders. We do it because they are good investments. For example, one of our most active investors is Dutch. He has his own venture capital firm here, in Netherlands. He does investments here, but he's also invested in our venture capital fund, Formula VC, and he's an active investor as an angel investor as well.
Okay. And how would you describe the current state of Armenia's tech ecosystem? And startups also.
So in startup terms, there is very early stages pre-seed, then there is seed. Pre-seed is when they are just starting. Seed is when they already built something, they already have some customers. Series A is when they already have millions in revenue and they start operating like a company. So it's already like a growing business. And I would say Armenia now went from seed to Series A because last year alone, in the last year, 7 or 8 companies raised Series A and Series B investments. 3 of the companies that we have in Armenia now are working with the biggest companies in tech, Facebook, Apple, Google. So those companies are their clients. One Armenian founded company just a couple of weeks ago became a unicorn at 1.25 billion valuation. So things are growing and they are growing very rapidly and we need to keep up with it.
Okay. Grigor, what are the main challenges that Armenian startups face at the moment?
So challenges are being better connected. For example, most Armenian startups build their product for US market first, European market second. And generally, we don't invest in anything that is not a globally scalable product. So it can't be for like only Armenia or only Middle East or anything like that. It has to be globally scalable product. And kind of being far from those markets, generally the founders that succeed have very strong connections, have traveled a lot, have worked in bigger companies. So kind of being away from it so far from the markets that you operate in is challenging, but at the same time, we recently did research. The companies that receive investments in Armenia are 50% more likely to succeed than global average. So about 20% of companies that receive pre-seed investment go to next stage globally. For us, it was over 30%.
And on the flip side, what unique strengths and advantages that Armenia offer to tech ecosystem, tech entrepreneurs?
So our biggest advantage is that Armenia doesn't have a market. It's a small market, so anything you build has to be for everyone to be able to sell it. This is why also all of the companies that we invest in are global companies. That's one big advantage. Having large global leaders in Armenia, Cisco, Microchip Technologies, AMD, Synopsys, and having our own big startups like PixArt, Service Titan, Crisp, and bringing that experience is concentrated in a very small area. So you have a lot of expertise, a lot of experience that is very accessible to you. So it's easier to with top level tech concentrated pretty much within Yerevan. So it's easy for you to build something competitive in Armenia.
Okay, and for the next 5-10 years, Grigor, which areas of technology or innovation do you see the most promising in Armenia?
Of course, everything is AI now, and recently NVIDIA announced that their next AI factory, meaning their big AI data center, will be built in Armenia. So that gives it a big advantage for and makes it more accessible to build things there. And actually, before AI became popular, it was very strong in Armenia.
Yeah.
So two of the fastest growing companies that we have, one, for example, Crisp, was AI voice before 2022 and 23 when AI became so popular. They already had the best AI voice technology that beat NVIDIA in comparison. Today it's easier to build because everything is easier to build today. But 4 years ago, Crisp already built it. We have a company called 10Web, which is an AI website builder. Again, they had AI website builder before AI was popular. So now that AI is becoming popular and it's people trust it more, these companies are skyrocketing. So I still think that deep technology and AI is the strong point of Armenia.
Grigor, I would like to know your personal view about how come that Armenia, or let's say Armenians, are so strong in tech, and how Armenia becomes a hub of tech ecosystem.
It happened kind of historically. I don't know. We're not the smartest in the world, but no one is. There is always competition. But it's the entrepreneurship has been
It's in our
in
genes.
Armenian blood. Yeah, always pretty much. But the Soviet infrastructure that was built in Armenia, of course, it was built to take advantage of smart people there. So Physics Institute, Mathematics Institute. And we had, after 1990, we had thousands of highly experienced and educated engineers and scientists that had nothing to do. And this is where Armenian entrepreneurship from diaspora came to play. So there was a huge unutilized resource in Armenia. They started opening companies in Armenia. A lot of them that is not known. A lot of them actually sold their companies for hundreds of millions, starting from 2008. And this is why we have giants like Siemens, Synopsys, and multiple others in Armenia. They acquired companies that were started long time ago by Armenians, by diaspora or locals there. So this kind of heritage started this new wave of tech and took advantage of what was there already and built up on it. So the entrepreneurship and that know-how and the experience that was there came together.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to young tech founders in Armenia who aim to scale internationally?
They have to know the markets they are scaling into. I would say don't rush into your ideas. Gain some experience first before you burn out yourself on trying to do a startup. Talk to as many people about your idea that are not related to you. It's called a mom test. Anything you ask your mom, she says it's good, but it's important to ask people that will give you the negative points of whatever you're trying to do. And just be open, always open for feedback. Doesn't matter, negative, positive, be open.
Yeah, that's a very good advice. And to conclude our very interesting conversation, Grigor, what message would you like to share with the European tech and investor community about Armenia?
So with regards to tech, the numbers already show that Armenia is in a lot of actually metrics. We're in top 5 in the world, considering the size of the country. we started everything we do with our team, like the Angel Network, Formula VC, our fund, and all the other activities. Our goal was we're not doing this as charity. We're not doing this as just because we're Armenians and we love Armenia. We're doing this because there is supposed to be a strong business case behind it. And we still continue treating it like that, and it's working. So it's a very rapidly growing ecosystem, the tech in Armenia. And unless you go there and see it, it's hard to believe what's actually happening on the ground. But I would say treat it as a good opportunity. Don't do it just because you want to do something in Armenia. But wanting to do something in Armenia becomes a big bonus for you when you're doing profitable investments and business there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Grigor, for this fascinating and inspiring conversation. You gave us really a valuable insight about Armenian tech ecosystem and also with promising opportunities that lie ahead. And we wish you a great success and on your current and future projects, and hope to see you again in Brussels or in Armenia.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Merci à toutes et à tous de nous avoir suivis. À très bientôt pour de nouvelles émissions. Au revoir.